Excellent. Tremendous first 20 minutes. Brilliant play. It's exactly the best you can do. What we've got to do, get it in a wee bit earlier to the front. We started to play it across, keep good possession. The whole thing looks absolutely excellent. I mean, all we need to do is get the cutting edge and get the determination in front of the goal to put it in. Now we can do more right-sided attacking, but Craig's got the legs in him doing that side, but he's never had a decent ball ahead of him. Another thing. Where are you? Hey, see the day? This is your international. Honestly. Telling you, you're going to win it. Hey, believe in yourself. You're going to win it. We're going to win it. Well, I know hard luck stories here. Come on. Yeah. We've got to get this goal.
It was only supposed to be a coffee, a quickish chat for an upcoming feature about a Scotland qualifier, but Craig Brown never did quickish chats. Once you had him, it was hard to let go of him. The stories flowed. His recollections of training with Billy McNeill as kids at Celtic. His frustrations of signing for Rangers at 17 but never playing. His cameos in Dundee's famous championship-winning season of 1961-62 and the injuries that destroyed his time as a footballer. The yarns about his great coaching influence. Motherwell's Willie McLean, brother of Jim, Jock Stein, Bill Shankly and his brother Bob, Alex Ferguson and onwards. He was warm and gregarious, an affable character, a total charmer, an underdog who never really got the appreciation he was due, having managed Scotland in more matches than anybody else in history. A product of the Largs coaching school, he remains the last person to take the men's national team to a World Cup. He was at the heart of most of the buzz that Scotland has experienced on the big stages in the 1980s and 1990s. He was Ferguson's assistant at the World Cup in Mexico in 1986 and Andy Roxburgh's assistant at the World Cup in Italy in 1990 and at the Euros in Sweden in 1992. Former Scotland manager Brown dies aged 82, having managed the Scotland under-16 side to a World Cup final in 1989. It's almost trippy to think about it now. And the Scotland under-21s to a European Championship semi-final in 1992. The top job was his when Roxburgh went. He wasn't sure he was going to get it. I thought I had become invisible, he said. Everybody's name, Kenny Dalglish, Gordon Strachan, Joe Jordan, Ferguson, was mentioned, but mine. The SFA chose wisely. As a manager, Brown was an intelligent pragmatist with a personality to convince his players that they should fear nobody. He was ahead of his time in terms of his preparation, how he managed people and the psychology of dealing with the opposition, said Davy Weir, one of his key men along the way. You were never intimidated by anyone. In 2020, he suffered a life-threatening aneurysm. The two ambulance guys said to me, "In the last 3 years we've had over 20 of these and only 3 have made it alive to the hospital." That was Brown. Defying convention and doing it with a story that put a smile on the face of everyone around him. He did that for most of his storied life. He will be very sorely missed by so many people.